another YouTube video. This is part 4 of the broken emos. This is gonna be Vlad's chapter, so this is gonna be my friend's chapter, so here we go. Everyone made everything awkward. I made it awkward too. I shouldn't have said that to Juniper. I always mess everything up. Ugh. I looked over at Juniper's mom and she gave me a big grin. You trying to get with my daughter? No, ma'am, I'm just trying to make a new friend. Well, she's not the friend for you. She's what they call emo. You think you can handle that? Because I barely can. What the heck? This boy is emo too, like I'm sure he looks like it, but okay. This mom's just like mean just to be mean, I swear. I looked over at Juniper. What her mom said was rude, but I knew I had to at least stand up for Juniper because I know how it feels to not have my parents understand my depression, or what people call emo-ness. Listen, ma'am, you shouldn't talk about your daughter that way because you guys only have each other, so you shouldn't treat her like that unless you want to lose her. She scoffed at me and she started crawling to me. What's she gonna do? Listen here, young man, you can't tell me how to treat my daughter. She grabbed my wrist over my jacket, making me flinch a little because she was making the cuts burn. I'm an adult and you treat me with respect, young man. She's my daughter, not yours. She literally did that like crawling on the floor. She's like, oh, like a snake or something. Like, get up. Like, what the heck? Does that count as assault? Like, she's literally touching an underage dude. Well, they're probably 20, so I guess whatever. She let go. Thank God. I looked over at Juniper. She looked kind of peed off. Her mom passed out again. This mom, oh my God. I scooted over to Juniper. I whispered in her ear, I'm sorry for what you had to go through. I'm sorry for what your mother said. I hope you don't mind me asking, but who's gonna bail you out? She looked at me with a frown. No one, she said. She called her dad, but I needed to bail her out. She can't stay here, this place. And her mom is the only one she has, and she's in here too. It's gonna be hard, but I have to convince my parents to bail her out too. She's too good to be in here. Your parents are gonna do that for like some stranger, like you don't even know them. Juniper? I'm gonna have my parents bail you out. Did he even ask his parents, like, do they even know he's in a holding cell right now? I don't think so. Like, none of the other chapters mention he called them. But your parents don't even know me. Why would they spend money on a stranger? Exactly. You're no longer a stranger. You're my friend. And friends help each other out. I smiled at her, and she smiled. Thanks, she said. Vlad Winters, your parents are here. It's the wrong your. Your parents are here to bail you out. An officer said. I looked at Juniper and whispered, I'll be back. Let me just go talk to my parents. I'll get you out, I promise. I smiled and walked to my parents. Vlad, you are so in trouble, my mom said angrily. Mom, I know, but I need a favor. You want a favor after we just bailed you out, my dad said angrily. I get that, like, that should be favor enough, like, I would have left you in there. Oh my God, I know, but my friend Juniper, she's stuck here with her mom and has no one to bail her out. And you expect us to bail her out? We never even heard you talk about Juniper. Yes, because I know, because we just became friends. Then why is she so special for us to bail out, my mom asked. Because me and her have a connection. Oh, another crush. Another crush, my dad asked. No, Dad. I lift up my sleeves. This is our connection. My mom looked hurt seeing my fresh cuts and she sighed. Fine, we'll bail her out. Thanks, Mom. I owe you, I said, hugging her. They just have money to waste on these people? Like, what the heck? I walked to Juniper's cell and smiled. I saw her smile back, and that's when it hit me. I really like this girl. We connect in a really good way. I'm crushing on her hard. I heard my phone beep and saw a message from Delilah. It read, "Baby, I missed you. Let's get back together. F." Let's go to the next part. Chapter 10, Juniper. So many feelings. I was so embarrassed, but yet I was just loving every moment. I mean, I wasn't expecting Vlad to bail me out. We barely even knew each other. It was the one thing I would always hold dear to my heart. Vlad's parents didn't look too happy when they heard they were going to bail me out. I just thanked them for their support, but they both only grunted. Vlad and his dad carried my mom to the car. Oh my god. And they sat her up in the back seat since she was still knocked out. What is up? This stupid mom, she's so useless. I sat next to Vlad in the middle of the back seat between Vlad and my mom. It was kind of awkward. Everything was silent as we drove to my house. When Vlad's dad pulled up in my driveway, him and Vlad carried my mom to the front door. I grabbed the house keys and opened the door. They put my mom on the couch. "I'll wait in the car so you can talk to your friend." Vlad's dad walked out of the house. It's like the middle of the night. Should probably get home. I took Vlad over to the kitchen, wanting to get away from my mom in case she was listening to our conversation. And I didn't want to keep Vlad's parents waiting. "Thank you," I say. "It's really no problem," he smiled at me. "No, really though." I held my hands in front of me while looking at the ground. "If it wasn't for you, I'd still be at jail, waiting for my dad, if he even remembered to bail me out. Well, I'm here for you if you need me," he smiled. We stood staring at each other for a couple moments. I blinked away. "You should go, your parents are waiting." "Right?" He looked disappointed, and I was disappointed too. I really didn't want my new safe haven to abandon me with my unstable mother. Vlad began to walk towards the threshold of the kitchen, and I felt really hopeless. What if this was the last time I was gonna see him? I guess I had to take a risk. I grabbed him and pulled him onto me. His lips were dry and a bit chapped, but they were really cute. The way he bit my bottom lip caused me to moan in his mouth. I can't do this. I can't read this anymore. They just met. Oh my god, I can't read this anymore. They just met. I'm so over it. He moaned into my mouth. "I told you I wanted to bite your lip," he whispered seductively. "Bite it again," I moaned. I felt his hands run through my hair as he gripped me firmly and positioned me so our lips were fitted perfectly together like a puzzle piece. My hands felt down his spine. I could feel his back muscles expanding and contracting. I felt my knees getting weak, and I almost fell to the ground, but Vlad caught me and held me in his arms. "You okay?" he laughed. I smiled. "Yeah." He ran his tongue over my lip and pulled away. I was holding on to the kitchen counter as he walked away. Oh my god, I followed and watched as he climbed in the back of his car. We waved, and then his car drove off. I was all alone with my knocked up mom. Knocked up? Like, okay, knocked out? Like, that's different. I was honestly happier than I ever was. My first kiss was amazing, and I wanted more. This is so lame. I'm so over it. Should I read one more? Vlad's chapter. During the whole drive home, I couldn't stop thinking about that kiss, the way our lips moved together perfectly. It was just perfect. I was distracted by my thoughts until I got another text from Delilah. It read, "Vlad, I really miss you. I want you back in these arms. Bad boy. Please come back." Should I? I mean, yeah, Juniper's cute, but I love Delilah. I have to love. I have to. I love Delilah. This is the only chance I have to get her back. "I'll call you when I get home," I texted back. When I got home, I sat on the couch and was extremely tired. I dialed Delilah's number. But don't you have it saved? You don't need to dial it. Like, you can just click it, whatever. But before it started ringing, my dad took my phone. "I know you're an adult. Because you're over 18, but my house, my rules. So you're grounded. No phone." Dad, take it later, please. Dad, look, this phone call is the only way to get Delilah back, and our breakup is the reason I got into this mess. So please, Dad, I'm begging you. This is so stupid. Dad, take it back later. He really just said that to his dad. What the heck? I told you, these people are written like they're in high school, and they kind of are. I mean, he's 18. He's an adult, but whatever. He's written like he's like 12. And I'm like, shouldn't his dad be like, but what about this Juniper girl? Like, you made us bail her out for no reason. Because you're a connection, and now he's talking about Delilah. Like, he's so back and forth. Like, he doesn't know what he wants. He sighed. Fine, but later I'm taking it away. These parents are so nice. Whatever. Him and my mom went upstairs, and I went to the basement, where my room is. Oh, he's in the basement. Wow, I called Delilah. Hello? Hey, Del. It's me. Oh, Vlad, I forgot you were gonna call. This is so stupid. I forgot you were gonna call, she said, giggling. Something about her voice sounded off. Yeah, baby. So you wanna get back together? I said, hoping she'd say yes. Who are you talking to? Come back to bed. I heard a guy's voice. Look, Vlad, I'm drunk. So those texts were a joke, she said, giggling. I threw my phone and went to the bathroom. He was like, woo. I was crying. Yeah, I know, it's not manly for a guy to cry. Stupid B word. I grabbed a razor and sliced my wrist. It felt so good, the cold metal and warm blood, the relief of pain. It was perfect. I need to get away. I don't care if I get in trouble. Juniper, I need to see her. Maybe she can calm me down. I opened the window. Aren't you in the basement? What? I opened the window quietly. I guess it has like those little tiny windows at the top. I opened the window quietly and left. I kept running. About an hour later, I made it to Juniper's house. I had tears coming down my cheek. She would be the only girl to see me cry. I knocked on the door quietly. I knocked on the door quietly. That's not how knocking works. You want them to hear you if you want them to open a door. Juniper opened the door. Vlad, what happened? What? I stopped her with an aggressive kiss. She pulled away and looked at me. Vlad, what's wrong? Why are there tears coming down your eyes? Why are there tears coming down your eyes? Why are you crying? Like, what? Talk to me. She grabbed my hand and led me to her room. She led me to sit down on her bed. Vlad, tell me what's wrong. I was about to explain when some blood started dripping down my wrist. Crap. Vlad, you're bleeding. Here, use this towel. She wrapped it around my wrist. I broke up with my girlfriend, and she texted me when I was with you. She asked if I wanted to get back together, and I couldn't miss the opportunity, so I called her and she was drunk. The text was a joke. What kind of stupid joke is that? Like, let's get back together. That's not a joke. That's like leading someone on for like no reason. I don't get what the joke is. Like, haha, you thought I wanted you back, but I didn't. I started throwing things and getting mad, and I was crying and having a panic attack. I was a mess. She wrapped her arms around me. Vlad, calm down, please. A tear came down her face, which made my heart break. I wiped the tear and looked at her. I felt safe with her. I'm calmed. I'm sorry. I hugged her tight. I've only known this girl a day, but it feels like I've known her forever. Sure. It's okay, I'm here, she said, wiping the tears that were coming down my face. I cupped her chin and kissed her on the lips softly. We started to make out, and when we were done, I stared at her. She's just so beautiful. I'm tired, she said. Go to sleep. I don't feel safe with only me and my mom here. She laid down on her bed. I laid next to her and tucked her hair behind her ear and whispered in her ear. I'm not going anywhere, I whispered. She smiled and I pulled the cover over us. I wrapped my arms around her, and within 5 minutes, she was knocked out. A few minutes later, I was too. This story is so freaking lame. Oh my god, it's chapter 12. It's Christina. I don't know if I should keep... This is going on 20 minutes, and this is kind of really long, but I'm gonna have to cut some stuff out because, you know, my family was being loud and there was moments where I had a pause, but whatever. Christina's next, chapter 12. 12 chapters later, we're finally seeing Miss Messon. Like, I kind of want to keep reading because I know she's trash, but like, I gotta save it. This is too long. Like, nobody's gonna stick around for like a 20-minute video because I'm not that entertaining, but whatever. I'll continue it. We're gonna start off right with the next video. Part whatever. This is part 4, so part 5. Dasani, not sponsored, whatever. So anyway, have fun, Bellatrixie. Okay, bye.